12 minutes. Yom Hashem Moshe, Davel Bnei Yisrael, Mata Leihem, V'yostu Lehem Tzitzis. The mitzvah, in the end, the very end of Shlach, first of all, one agrees, Bismillah takes on a new dimension and prestige with the presence of one of the big Chassidishe Rebbe on the Jewish Torah scene, Rabbi Greenwald Gesundheit, and also his very illustrious family, so much so that even the Klausenberger Rebbe, Shirayim brachah, used to call his brother was also a tremendous husband, he called him Reb Sidney. Also the mitzvah of Tzitzis, the Klausenberger Rebbe, after the Holocaust, he made great effort to heal the hearts and the souls of the survivors in the concentration camps, refugees in the refugee camps. He would encourage them to strengthen their emunah in their Rabbi Shalom and to dedicate their lives to Torah mitzvahs. He once came upon a pair of tzitzis. Tzitzis alone. Not the beggar, just around the tzitzis, the fringes. And he couldn't decide who to give them to. So he decided, a girl, he's going to make a lottery, and whoever wins the lottery will win the tzitzis. Just then, one of the survivors, Yidra Mendel, took the bottom of his shirt on both sides, and started ripping the shirt from both sides, from the bottom all the way up to the top, until it became a four-cornered garment, and it was obligated in tzitzis. So he turned to the Klausenberger Rebbe, and he said, I'm the only one here, from the hundreds of people here, that has a beggar that's mechuyev tzitzis, that has a four corners in it. So you have to give me the tzitzis. But the Klausenberger Rebbe already had decided he was going to make a lottery, and so the decision was not his anymore, and it would be unfair to the others to give away the tzitzis to Mendel and not to anybody else. Then he said, he whispered into the ear of Mendel, and he said to him, if you're kavanah, he was very impressed with his enthusiasm to claim mitzvah. He said, Mendel, if your intention, your kavanah, is l'shem shemayim, is really for the sake of heaven, for the Rabbi Shalom, he said, then you'll win the lottery. The lottery was held, and from the hundreds of contestants that were in the lottery, Mendel won the lottery. It's no secret that everyone wants to be taken serious, and everyone wants to be cared for and beloved. And there was a gentleman who was a hypochondriac. Any illness, he felt he had the symptoms of every kind of illness in the world. He was coming down with all the most dreadful diseases in the world. When he left this world, so he had on his matzede, he had engraved, see, I told you I was sick. There was a mishpacha, Ruvain, his wife, in accordance with the institution by Yidden, and according to the ruling, the Ramah, the Halacha, that a wife should bake homemade challah in honor of Shabbos, and also would give her an additional mitzvah of separating of taking challah. They were blessed. They were the with a big mishpacha, and the challah that she baked was never enough for the entire mishpacha. So in addition, they had to buy other challahs as well. In truth, the bakery challahs were much tastier than his wife's. But he always made sure to eat only her, and to honor her feelings, to eat only her challahs, and to praise her how great their taste was. But it posed a shayla in halacha question. In Shulchan Aruch it's brought down that if two foods that you're about to eat are from the same brachah to be made over them, and in all matters they're equal, both foods, other matters, so you make a brachah on that which is more enjoyable. So now, according to halacha, even though he would hurt his wife's feelings by making a brachah over the others, but it seems that according to halacha, that's what he has to do. So he went to ask Yishayla by a person. So the person told him that he has to make a brachah over his wife's house. Why? Because the lashon, the language that's used in Shulchan Aruch, which the word for most enjoyable is the word chaviv, beloved, which is more beloved. He says, therefore, and also the same chaviv, beloved, we find the Chazal tell us chaviv adam shenivra v'tzal namakim, that the Chazal, they warn us to take into consideration and to respect someone else's feelings, because the chaviv, they're very beloved in the eyes of the Rebbe. I've made them some kid. And the Chinuch writes that a husband should view his wife as the most precious thing that he has. So therefore, his wife's, in order to honor his wife's feelings, makes the challah, her challah that she baked, even though in Gashmias it's not, the taste is not good, but it makes it more beloved. So he has to make a brachah on his wife's challahs. Also, the Rav Dessler's brachah, Michzah Meiliyahu, used to make kiddush on a becher that was l'chol days, even the Chassidishe's chumrah of a bigger shear. So his wife had got the Yerusha from an illustrious mishpacha, from a Zayde. She inherited a becher which was smaller, and this becher did not meet the requirements of the Chazanish, only of Rav Chaim Noah, smaller shear. So he made kiddush after his wife got this becher. In deference to her feelings, he made kiddush always on the smaller becher. In both of these rulings, we see there's a presumption, we take into consideration certain intangible values that make something beloved. Also, there was a man had a daughter who was stricken with an illness. She fell unconscious for a length of time. Baruch Hashem, she finally recovered and came home for Shabbos. And in honor of her regained health, she went and she decided to bake challah. But she wasn't quite strong enough and well enough. And the challah that came out, that were made, were barely edible. So he had the same shaila. They also had bakery challahs, which were much tastier. Which one should he make a hamotzi on? Should make a hamotzi on one that he enjoys better, or on his daughters? They tell him also the same thing, that the challah that she baked with great effort and determination is more beloved than the challah that he bought from the bakery. You should make a hamotzi, you should make on the challah which were barely edible that his daughter made. And finally, Rav Elyashiv, a pastor, he said, if someone has Shirayim from a Rebbe, and then there's another food which is not quite as tasty. So, other food is much tastier, I mean. The Rebbe's Shirayim is not so tasty. And he has other food which is the same brachah, much tastier. He said there's a certain belovedness over the Shirayim of the Rebbe. You should make the brachas on the Shirayim. Chanan ben Akashi Omer, Rosh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Zakei Sheshes Yisrael, Tzika Herman Tzemir Mitzvah Shinamar,